So before we get into the course, I wanted to show you a quick demo of what we're going to build. Yes, this is our YouTube clone, or I would call it more of a skeleton, but you can see these are our videos. We don't have thumbnails yet, but I'm going to click on one of these and you see a video does pop up. It's a little rough around the edges, but we can watch the video. I'll mute it to not bother you too much, but yeah, okay, this is a video. It's still. Let's check out the second one over here. I'm going to click it, and this one is actually a video. So you can see that, yeah, this is loading. This is a video. Yes, may lead to... I forgot to mute it. But wait, there's more. Going back to the home page, we can sign in. And once we do, that'll automatically sign me in because I've already registered my account. And then an upload button will appear where we can upload a video. Now, let me show you the video I'm going to upload. It's a 4-second clip. It's pretty short, but you can see it's 1080p right now. So yeah, just a short video. I won't even show you the whole thing. After we upload that same video, so I'm going to click this video to upload it. It takes a few seconds, but we do get a confirmation dialog, which again is a bit rough around the edges, but we see our file upload was successful. Now we're going to click OK, and it's going to take a bit for that video to get processed. And then I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page, and we can see that a 5th video has now been added. Now, when I click on the video, we do see the video is rendered. I'll mute it, but I don't think it has any sound. But now you can see that the video looks a little bit different. It's a lot more blurry, and that's because we transcoded the video. We converted it into 360p. So you can see that this is probably a bit different from most YouTube clones that you've seen. Most YouTube clones, they try to imitate the YouTube UI, but under the hood, they just end up using the YouTube API on the back end. So they're not actually dealing with like uploading videos or watching videos served from their own server. In this course, I try to focus more so on the backend side. I mean, you can see we definitely do implement a UI, and we do so with Next.js. And one promise I'll make to you is by the time you get to the end of the course, I promise that adding thumbnails to these videos is going to be trivial for you, because if you can handle a video uploads and processing and a bunch of the other stuff I'm going to show you, it's going to be pretty easy for you to flesh out this UI, adding more features. I mean, you could add like video titles as well. We don't have a lot of metadata about these videos. We don't have a like button. We don't have comments or anything like that, but that's pretty trivial to implement, I promise you, after you can get through this course. And also, I'll show you that yes, we can sign out as well, and then the upload button disappears, but we can still watch videos. Now let's talk a bit about the architecture. As you can see, yeah, there is a lot going on here. So I'm going to show you from the user's perspective, like the user in the browser, just like I kind of showed you. There's two main journeys here. One is going to be uploading videos, and 2 is going to be watching videos. I'm sure you can imagine uploading is going to be a bit more complicated, and that's really what we focus on in this course, but there is some more work you could do with watching videos as well. And this architecture is actually pretty similar to my YouTube system design video. That video is free, by the way, if you want to check it out on YouTube. It's also a part of my system design course. But this is definitely a simplified architecture because building the entire YouTube app is not super easy, as you can imagine. But starting with uploading videos, a user is going to upload a video to a cloud storage bucket. Now, like you saw, we only want authenticated users to be able to upload to the bucket. So what we actually do within our Next.js UI, which is running within Cloud Run, we're going to call Cloud Functions, which is going to actually interact with Cloud Storage a bit. I don't have a line going here because it would get kind of complicated with this diagram. It's going to generate a signed URL, which is going to allow the user to make an upload to the raw videos bucket that we're going to have in cloud storage. Now, as soon as that happens, it's going to trigger a message that's going to be sent to PubSub, which we're going to learn a bit more about in the course, but it's basically a message queue at the high level. And that is going to push the message to our Cloud Run service here. And it's not really a service. These are really our video processing workers. And they're going to work on transcoding that video, which is uploaded. Now, in our case, we have a very simplified implementation. We're using FFmpeg. That's what this logo is. FFmpeg, and it's going to convert the videos into 360p. Now, why did I choose 360p? Well, like I said, this is a skeleton. I could have done it into 480p and 720p and all those formats, but this is just building out a skeleton where we can easily add functionality and features to any of these components as needed. And then after it's done processing the video, it's going to write the processed video back to cloud storage. And from cloud storage, any user will be able to watch the video, even if they're not authenticated. So we're actually going to store the processed videos in a separate bucket with separate permissions. I will say that this upload part is going to probably be the most difficult part of the course, because not a lot of people talk about the things that we're going to be talking about in this course. Most people will focus on this part of the course, which in my opinion is a bit more boring, but I definitely wanted to include it because you can't really build a full stack app without a front end and like a REST API. To finish up the upload, after Cloud Run uploads the video there, it's also going to write some metadata about the video to Firestore. It's actually going to write that as it's processing the video as well, like the status of the video, because we know processed videos are different than videos that are currently processing. We have to update the status as needed, and that's also related to how this message queue is going to work, because we might end up sending the same message multiple times, but we don't want to process the video multiple times. So again, you can see there is a lot of hidden complexity going on here. It's not as simple as it might look. Once that metadata is written to Firestore, which is our database in this case, it's a NoSQL document database in case you're not familiar. There's no good reason I went with this, but I wanted to keep things simplified. You could easily swap this out for an actual SQL solution, and perhaps I will do that in a future course if we decide to like extend this application. For actually watching videos, that's going to be a bit easier because our client is mainly going to interact with our UI, which is being served from Cloud Run. And that is going to make a request via our REST API service, and we're using Cloud Functions for that. And that's going to fetch the metadata about the videos, like which videos even exist. What are the URLs of those videos? And when I say URLs, I mean what's like the public URL for that video within cloud storage. Now, once we get that metadata back, we send it back to the UI. And actually, there's another hidden arrow here. The UI is going to be making a request to cloud storage. And whether that's being made server side or from the UI, I don't think it matters too much. I just didn't want to include like too many arrows here because you can imagine it's not going to be super readable at that point. The important thing is that once we know which videos to fetch, we can fetch them from cloud storage and display them to the user, and the user can watch them. And cloud storage has a bit of streaming functionality, so we don't have to download like the entire video at once to serve it to the user. Now, there's a lot more I could talk about when it comes to this architecture, but I don't want to bore you, and that's what the rest of this course is for. So I'll see you in the next video.